Everything.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. Welcome to all of you. I guess not all are familiar with this particular session because some of you may be coming for the first time. But there is a bit of continuity loss that may happen for people who come for the first time because we have been talking on for the last 3 weeks or so, 3 or 4 weeks, I'm not very sure. Yeah, 4 weeks actually. This is the fourth one, I think. So, in essence, what we have been doing is exploring the smartphone. So, this is the phone essentially is in the Android space, not on iPhone or any other operating system. It is only for Android. That is most commonly used phones, the smartphones and its features. And the first two sessions, in fact, we explored only the settings on the phone, how we can save space, how we can manage space, what are the each component, what each element on the setting is meant for as far as the phone is concerned. So those people who could not attend for whatever reasons may just go back and look at the links that are available for you to go through what was discussed in that. So it's a little, most of the things I'm sure as users you would have already explored and found out. So I'm only sharing what little I know, and some of them may be useful, some of them you already know, and some of them we are also on the learning process. So it's not that I'm a champion of all, it is just that what I know I'm trying to share with all of us. So we did on phone settings for the first couple of weeks. Then the most popular app, that is WhatsApp. This is the third week we are dabbling with it. So the first 2 weeks we did the basic setting of WhatsApp, how you can set up things in WhatsApp, how you can mute certain things, and even at app level, which was at the settings of phone level. So, and some additional features, how to go about doing it was something I covered. Now this time also I'm continuing with the same transactional kind of things where you are sending a message. Last time I showed you how to send files, how to send pictures and stuff like that. There are many things that we can also do. How a screenshot can be sent, which I could not cover this time. So I have covered some aspects of it. So because these are things which keep on coming and happening, and we will continue to explore and learn. So I will suggest that you also go ahead and explore what are the things that we can do, how is screenshot taken and stuff like that. If necessary, I will again cover it a little bit. Whatever I keep remembering, I'll cover because WhatsApp will continue, and we would like to also embark into any other app which may be of interest and commonly used. So, without further ado, I will request our friend Firoz to run the video that I have done for today's session. It's about a 10-minute session. So after that, we can continue our discussions. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon to all of you. I hope you are able to have a clear vision of my phone. And here I start. The first screen contains a whole lot of apps that are already installed. Some are added, some are pre-installed. So just reiterating that on top row are those 5 apps that are used maximum or recently used ones. So we are continuing with our WhatsApp session. Some more points that I would like to cover. We have looked at the basic things as to what it can do, and some of the features also I would like to make it known to all of us. So here we go. So I am pressing WhatsApp, which is left corner of my top row. I pressed it. So it is open because it was already open. Otherwise, normally it would have asked for a password. So now I am going to go to my page where I can play with whatever I want to do. Yeah, here it is. So now if I want to write a specific message and it has to be highlighted. So all I need to do is put a star and write the message saying this is a test message. and immediately put the star. So then this gets highlighted, and all you need to do is when you send, it comes like this. So it is like a very clear highlighted thing. So if you want to type a long message, many times, at least for me, I personally prefer to write it somewhere else. Earlier, I used to do it on a Word document on a laptop, and then maybe send it in a mail, and then copy it and paste it in the page for people for distribution, etc. Because now people have gone away from mails and they are more into WhatsApp. So I found an alternative in another small tool which I will share with you, and how we can do some longish messages. If you want some long message to be typed and sent across, especially if it's an invitation for a wedding or a musical program or whatever you have, where you would like to give a proper introduction, a little bit of indentation so that the document looks more legible than using the standard items like, instead of FOR we just put the numerical 4, or T instead of TO we put just a 2. So those things are all avoidable. Instead of FOR we will write 4. Instead of TO we will write 2. Instead of WE, these are all the terms normally used in WhatsApp. Somehow I am personally not very in favor of all this. When you write, you properly write. And I want, where there has to be a capital, it has to be in capital, etc. That is my finickiness. But nevertheless, I would like to continue that way. So what I normally do is, I go to another app that I already have. I mean, if you come back to my earlier screen, okay, you see something called Notes on the right corner. Sorry about this. So we pick up Notes. I hope the recording is on. Just a minute. Let me check. Okay, the recording is on. Okay, so I was talking about the app called Note. So Note has gone down, which is recently Note. So if I open Notes, I can write a fresh page, which gives me a feel of, a long sheet where we can type continuously. So I'll just go back to one of the, and when you are finished with it, you can press done, which is at the right corner, and the note will be ready for you. Then you have the option of sending it. You see, look at this part at the bottom, the sharing option is there. So now I'll take you to a message that I just wrote yesterday. Because one of my friends who has written a book, she wanted me to, write something about her late husband. So these are the problems. Some of these apps compulsorily make us look at some of these ads. Chalo, theek hai. So my friend Manjunath Dattatreya, this is a big, fairly longish note that I have written. So now I can read, I can correct, I can do all those things, which is a little more cumbersome if you are going to do it on the normal WhatsApp. So all I do is, now if you look at the bottom second icon, you can delete it here. Here is an icon for you to share. And for the next message, there is an arrow at the right corner. So I would like to share it. Now it gives me the option of sharing in various forms. I can do it into Facebook, I can do it in WhatsApp, I can do it by way of mail, or in SMS messages, wherever. So I go to WhatsApp. So then I get my page, then I can search, I can type my name, and I get this, and all I do is press this, and here it comes. Now if you want, the message is a little longer, so WhatsApp has its own limitation. So it will not be able to take the 100% sometimes, but it is, I think, fairly long. It gets covered very well. Now if you want to highlight some aspect of it, now this is not highlighted, there are no highlights. So if I want, I can definitely highlight it by putting the star marks wherever I feel like, So if I want Manju the trainer, so I can say that. So here I say that, here I put my finger, okay, and I can put a star. I lost that my, so I can just, my friend Manjunath Dattatreya. How does it look? It has come highlighted. So this is the way we can go. So to use that tool, which is Note, you can easily download it. It takes hardly about 25 KB or something like that. It is not a very complex tool. So you can use that. Now, if you also want to send messages to many people or the same message, say for example, there was a particular audio file, you can see that forwarded audio file. Now, I can send it to multiple people, or if you want to talk about it, something. So I can just press it here. I can even give a message or an icon here. And I can say, by just sliding it to the right, it gives you a reference point. Then I can say that listen from 10 minutes and 10 seconds. So this is a radio program recording that I did, recording from Vivid Bharati, or Dr. Sri Lanka, sorry, not Vivid Bharati. I am a member of that group, so I keep getting the recording of the morning's program. So I have a person who also sends my farmaish to them. So they play and they give my name also in that. So I wanted, and I have a whole set of names. So I share that to all the people whose names have been called by Radio Sri Lanka. See, these are all small crazy things I do, but how WhatsApp, I can share it across to whole lot of people into groups and stuff like that. So there are a whole lot of messages this way we can get, and how to highlight, how to share. You want to share a particular, now we get a lot of messages from events. So if you look at events is a group, only admins can send messages. So we can only share this message. Now there was a time when if I share it like this, I can share it or I can forward it. When I forward, earlier version, it used to only forward the picture, not the text. Now, in the current version, it is allowing us to share both. So along with your picture, even the text, see whatever text was there, now everything is getting forwarded. Prana, energy and vitality. So now 11 o'clock, Kamal Setia is going to have a session. So that is something which I can share with all the people I want to. So by just a very simple thing, you can share it not just for one person. You can do this. If you share, you can share with using WhatsApp to many people. So first I'll say, okay, I will do it to Nathan. Then I can look for other names if there are any. I'll say Lax again. Okay, then I can share for a core group. So here is a core group. So maximum 5 people you can share at a time. And some of the things they allow only sharing with one group and 4 individuals. But if it is your own message, you can share it to 5 groups also. It doesn't matter. These are small differences. So it works out pretty well, and we have been regularly using this. So some of these aspects I thought I will cover in today's chat. So this is something which I can further add anything if I want to. So देखो ऐसे हो जाता है. So I think we will close WhatsApp discussion now, and we will take you to some other tools next time, and then we can have a lot of discussion as to what else we can do within WhatsApp. And let us meet at 3 o'clock today. Okay, this is an irrelevant statement because you would already have done this. Thank you so much for being there, and hope it was useful for all of you, and let's see how it goes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so was it audible to all of you? You could see it, or was it there was a clarity issue or anything? Okay. Now, I think there will be always something or the other that we might not have covered. So as we go along, we can definitely see, for example, the screenshot, how to do and how to, modify it, or that part I missed recording this morning. But these are all very simple things. Anybody can do it. I mean, I'm sure most of you must be used to sending pictures, and that includes even the screenshots of whatever exactly the conversation that you wanted to share with somebody. That's all available as features there. So you can even cast whatever is there directly from here on your from phone to the TV that you may have at home. So smart TVs have also come along with smartphones. So they are all, they can work together and they go hand in glove. So it works well. I have tested it many times and it works. Many of the programs that you may see on YouTube, it's a very small screen, and then if you want, you can just share it across and you can pair it with the TV that you have at home, and then it works perfectly fine. You can see the entire program that you would otherwise see it on a small screen. So this is as regards WhatsApp is concerned, and if there are any queries with respect to whatever you have seen or whatever extra things that you have already done, you are free to share here, and then after that we can go to other apps that may be of interest. So I open the floor for any kind of discussion in this space. Yes, sir. Raman, sir, go ahead. Unmute and no, the admin will unmute you. You will get a message to unmute yourself. Archana? I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Feroz, Raman sir is unable to unmute himself. I think the host has to give that
Sir,
permission.
I have opened it, sir. Now they can.
Okay. There it is.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm coming first time to this. I don't know what has been covered, but I use voice to text typing option for writing messages because it gives you a text with only minor mistakes now and then. You speak one sentence, just look at it. There may be one or two corrections required most of the time. If you speak clearly, it gives you a perfect text version. And I just punctuate it and send it.
Oh, that's very interesting. In fact, there is a tool, I think I mentioned last week also in this regard. So there was a program that I was supposed to host, but unfortunately I had a very bad throat and I had I had some growth in my throat. As a result, I could not talk at that time. So I actually wrote the whole thing in a script format. And
text to voice, in other words.
Yeah. The conversion.
Yes.
And there were about 25 songs that they were supposed to be sung. So I texted the whole thing and then converted it into voice files.
Yes.
I could play it directly from my phone for the audience to listen.
But that is a machine voice.
Yeah.
It will lack that slight emotion.
No,
otherwise,
actually,
it serves the purpose. It serves the purpose.
Yeah, actually, it's very interesting in the sense you can choose the accent you want. I chose an Indian accent because it's a international level thing. So I chose Indian accent and by a female.
Of course, voice to text is available even as a separate application.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it is embedded in the keyboard itself.
Correct.
So you just tap that mic, speak now. It will say you speak. The text appears, you edit it, and you say, punctuations will not be there.
Correct.
We have to punctuate it.
If you see many of the Zoom programs also that gets enabled, so every time the host talks, you can see like a subtitle it goes.
Yes, caption option. Yeah,
so,
captions.
Yeah, it could be very close to the say words that you use.
Sometimes it gives grossly incorrect output also.
But that is where you can have the opportunity to edit and correct the same.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's right, sir. I agree with you. It's a very good feature, I must say. Yeah, anybody else has any other observation or something more that you know in WhatsApp, please share for others to learn.
For screenshot is fairly easy in my phone at least. Because when you press the volume down on the power button, the screenshot appears. And there is right below it, there is no edit option. there is a forward share option also.
Correct, correct.
If you put share, you can share through WhatsApp.
Absolutely right, absolutely right. In my phone, the same feature is available, that is you pressing the two buttons together.
Yeah.
Or actually you can also have the feature where you can just run it down like this and like this. So there is one button for screenshot.
Oh, I don't have it, I think.
I have a button for screenshot. So immediately I have got it here. See, I have got it here, screenshot. And if I want, I can reduce it, I can crop it, and I can just bring it down. I can only show this much. I want to only show this particular thing. So all those features are available.
Because this double button option is available, I didn't download a separate app for that.
Correct, correct. So such features are available. So I just thought, I could have done it in the morning itself when I was doing this particular thing. So anyway, nevertheless, I will cover it up next time. And also additional languages, which also I have missed. I spoke about it in an earlier session that you can have your text in Tamil, English, Marathi, Gujarati, Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu. So it all depends on how you can add more languages and stuff like that. So
when you use Google keyboard, it is very easy. You simply select the language, that's all.
Correct, correct. So National Language Support, NLI they call it, that's available now in most of the phones. Smartphones it's available. Vijay Lakshmi ji, you have something to say?
Sir, this screenshot, in my phone I use 3 fingers and get the screenshot.
Okay.
That is mighty convenient.
It's very convenient.
Okay.
Because I tried with that volume button and all. One feature started talkback, which was very irritating.
Annoying.
So I had to learn from the YouTube how to deactivate that, and it was a very Herculean task for me. So I'm using this one, 3 fingers, and it's very handy.
Oh, okay. So maybe you can share it with us how to do it, because 3-finger feature I don't know.
My phone does not have 3-finger features.
Acha.
I'm just trying it out actually.
So
what do you do with 3 fingers? Tell me. Just swipe across?
Swipe, yes. Swipe down.
Nothing happens for me.
Now, maybe the phone-to-phone variations are there.
Yeah, maybe this has got
Always
this feature.
What is your phone model?
This is OnePlus.
Okay, so this is the more recent version. Mine is a 3-year-old phone, so it could have some of those.
Mine is a Samsung.
Okay.
Mine is an Oppo. Oppo, mine is more than 3 years old. So
maybe.
So
this is
outdated. Tell us.
Outdated.
Every 6 months it becomes outdated.
Correct. It's similar to WebBeer. WebBeer is supposed to be 3 months. So whenever we have new features, new product releases, we used to say that in every 3 months we have to come with a new release. So that means 3 years is a year. 3 months is a year for them. WebBeer. So all these things, same thing happens to this industry of telecom, which is a very competitive industry. Everyone is fighting to get a new feature, add something more, and make it very complex. I mean, lower volume button and lock button, which is on side, if we click to, that is there for all the phones. But your synchronization has to be right on both sides. Sometimes you end up actually reducing the volume or something like that happens, and then your phone becomes mute. So for that, your hold and grip and dexterity has to be very strong.
Yes.
But that is one way. But many phones are giving it as part of its features. Screenshot is available.
Yes.
Straight away for you to take. So what is the next app that folks will be interested in? Because this is the most commonly used. Many people use Facebook, but Facebook has a feature called Facebook Live, which is a very interesting thing.
Mm.
Otherwise, it is like, uploading pictures and sending text messages and stuff like that. So there is nothing different in that. And it has a messenger also, which is like, WhatsApp chat. So over and above that, but that is for a much larger audience when you do it on Facebook, because all your friends, and if you put it as a public option, so the entire set of people, whoever is in Facebook and who can reach out to you, can see it, even though that individual may not be your friend. It could be your friend's friend or even a grand friend that way. So any preference, any choice that you have, what we have to talk of besides WhatsApp, whatever newer features that we keep getting?
Sir, regarding the Zoom, no? I'm actually not well versed with that. How to start the meeting, Zoom meeting.
Okay, so Zoom session we can do that.
You do it on a separate day, some other day.
Yeah,
because it is a fairly extensive process. There are so many things to learn.
Yes.
Zoom.
Yeah. That's something which we can. But Zoom is normally controlled by one particular side. See, if you have a license or a Zoom license, you have, then you can have for 100 people, and you can have meetings for more than 40 minutes. You want a free session that is only 40 minutes maximum. And if people don't join in time and all, we have to close that meeting and again open for another 40 minutes. So that is a free version. But if you have a proper license, then you can, like, right now we have no limitation of timings. And probably, I think seniors today have I think they are also conducting.
I think you would have covered already this poll in WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, I did cover. Last week we have covered. So when they conduct webinars, they can, have all the people who are present as audience and promote people as a panelist when they want to get you on screen. So that option is there. So I think they can even go up to 500 people, depending on their version of or license.
Generally, our interest is what you can do with the free version.
Free version. So we can actually initiate a meeting. We can send messages to all the people giving the details of the meeting.
Well, right now we are in a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, but this is initiated by seniors today. We are just joining.
That's true.
Right, but then when it comes to initiating a meeting, so you set up. So that option also is there. You open Zoom and then you can start a meeting. So it gives you what is the time, starting time, ending time. You can give it a title.
You are hosting a meeting, so to speak.
Yes. So we have that feature. I can run through that for you once. When we set up, I can do it once, not a problem. Because we have a license, so I can do that.
Okay, thank you, sir. The basic one is enough. In case we want to host a meeting with just 2 or 3 people also, that's enough.
Not a problem.
Particularly screen sharing is the one trick you want to learn. One is audio settings. The other is sharing the screen.
Yes.
And the various options when you are hosting a meeting, allow people without a waiting room in between, or put them in a waiting room first and then take them in. They have only 2 or 3 tricks to be learned.
Correct.
It should be fairly easy.
And the other one is to keep everybody muted, only one person talking.
Yeah,
the host
that
has
is
a control on it.
How the host can mute everybody.
Correct. And otherwise,
only 3 or 4 things to be learned. Very easy to learn.
Yes.
So I think as Raman sir said, the trickiest thing is to share a file.
Yeah.
Share an audio file or a video file. Both. Audio file, actually there are tricks to do in audio files. By playing audio and being yourself muted, you can do lip syncing and sing a song. And it will go flawlessly. Otherwise, depending on the bandwidth on both sides, the song will get delayed. I mean, there will be a delay, there will be a lag. The lip sync may not be in line with the song. To make it better, many programs that we have had, we record the song fully and do a screen share, only audio share. And screen may you will be present and you can perform the song along with the original. We will be muted, so even if you sing, you won't be heard. They'll only hear the recording. So such tricks are also available, and it will be flawless. Otherwise, it will be a little bit of a lag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, barring these 3 or 4 issues, not many tricks to learn. Actually,
correct. Zoom is that way relatively easy. Zoom is actually not a platform for singing.
Yeah,
it is.
But I had a tough time in Zoom. What I wanted to learn. See, I was the host. I recorded the program on my PC. I don't know where the files were. How do you? Yeah, it took a lot of hunting, east, west, north, and south, and it was in a southwest corner.
Okay, so the main thing is how to control the whole thing, host it, and for volume control as well as noise reduction when you are singing. So there are some amount of setup that you need to do.
Yeah, audio and video settings.
Audio and video setup is there. So with that you can have to minimize certain things, untick certain things. So all those things we can cover as a separate.
And you can have a back picture behind my face.
Correct.
You can have a
virtual background. It is called a virtual background.
Appearance very comfortable. Instead of my kitchen or my dining table, I can put one beach scene and everybody will be pleased.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the only problem in that is, when you do that, and sometimes you do some movements like this, or it will appear as though you're emerging from somewhere.
What?
So let me just show you one video setting. I'll just background share screen. Okay, now I think we will rather do it on a regular thing, not to hear it.
Yes. Yes.
Chalo. If I say blur my background, it will blur it. So right now I have blurred my background.
Okay.
So there is not much of a difference, but
you see, it can also reverse my picture.
Correct.
Left and right.
Okay.
Sometimes you get a mirror image.
Choose a virtual background. So I want to choose a virtual background, I can do that.
It's really creditable, Raman sir. You know so much.
See, you can see my background now, right?
That's a pretension we all make.
No. You know.
Raman sir has put a good background. I have put a.
Yeah. It's nice.
Now suddenly, if you go out and come and all, sometimes it will feel as though you're emerging from somewhere. My hand movement and all.
I am in Africa.
Yeah, we can see the elephant also.
So such features are available.
Nice.
Chalo, so no. Barring Zoom, there is no other discussion required. Looks like for any other app.
Yeah, fairly, because there are not many things to be learnt in Facebook or Telegram or Twitter. Or moreover, people are married either to WhatsApp or Facebook. Beyond that, people don't go. Facebook, at the most, Twitter, Facebook, and WhatsApp.
I am not on Twitter. I am not active there. Nor am I on Instagram. It's only Facebook and WhatsApp.
It is me too.
Regular mails. But there are apps like, if you want to buy food, there is something called Swiggy. There is, if you want to procure your items, there is.
I assume we all do it already.
Yes.
No, in case there is a need for someone to know, we can run through that also.
Yes.
Many are already doing, including making the payment.
You can make a presentation of the various apps that are useful, like Ola, Uber, Swiggy.
Exactly.
This, that, Airtel, your own, your service providers app. which gives you free recharge option, bill payment option, this, that. It is also there. I am on a prepaid phone for the last 15 years or so, because my prepaid bill is only 250. Whereas if I go for postpaid, the minimum is 499 for Airtel. You don't get a cheaper tariff. But my prepaid tariff is just 249 rupees per month. And 2 GB of data is available free. More than enough for our purposes. You see, there are simple things which can come in handy.
Yeah, each service provider comes with some options and alternatives for you.
And a prepaid, another comfort is you can buy 100 GB data for 5 days, pay maybe 212 rupees, and use it when you are outside your home, outside the ambit of your Wi-Fi.
Correct. So,
one of the tricks for mobile phone tricks that may be useful for many of us is connecting the phone to your laptop and transferring the photographs, files, whatever you want to save.
Also creating a hotspot and tethering.
Hotspot and tethering. That is very useful.
Spoke about it.
Many people may not know it.
Yes.
So if we run one session on that, then people will find it useful.
Yes.
Yeah, I had covered that aspect of it in my first or second.
Already. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can just go through.
You can have the hotspot as well as connect your laptop to the phone. Or phone can be, it can become your
and when Wi-Fi is not working, your mobile data will act as Wi-Fi for you.
Correct. That becomes your router virtually, you know. So you don't need a modem then. And nowadays the speed that is offered is pretty good, 100 Mbps. So it works very well. Raman sir, you spoke about 2 GB per day, is it?
Yes, 2 GB per day.
That's a good.
It's a very good. As a matter of fact, the same Airtel, if I go postpaid, charges me double.
Yeah.
But on a prepaid tariff, the only danger people think is, what if I forget to recharge? What I do is I recharge for 1 year at a time.
Correct. Same thing. I also do for 2,500 rupees for one full year.
2,499. That's
correct. So
Jio 999 because it is 2 GB per day.
Jio is also 2,500 or something, and I've got an Airtel also in the same thing. Airtel I pay 1,800 per annum. I use only for talk. Data I use it for from Jio, so it is working perfectly fine.
And one of the tricks is to have two phones. One of them only a basic phone that can receive OTPs and send messages.
One for the banking transactions, yes.
You need not do mobile net banking. You can do your banking on your PC. Your mobile will be safe on this hacking and jumping into our bank account. May not be that easy if your smartphone is not used for that.
Yeah, we covered that aspect also in our earlier sessions. So good. Thank you so much for being there. If there are nothing more, no more questions or suggestions, we can close the session.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Namaskar.